Same day, 11 o'clock, down on the allotment. It's breezy. The temperature is a little lower today, 18 degrees. So that's 10 degrees less than yesterday. Amazing difference in one day. So I've just come down to have a look around, do some odd jobs. I really must pick more strawberries. The coverage looks a bit thinner, so I reckon the strawberries are beginning to die back. So this might be one of the big last crops. So I'll bring down I left all my punnets over at my family's house a few days ago. So I'll have to bring down a colander, I think, and use that. Look at these bolottis. Look at them going really, really well. These are shot up in like just a few days, these bolottis. Really pleased. There's flowers on the melons. Anyway, I don't want to spoil too much because I'm doing a plot tour in a few days. And some neighbours are about to walk past, so I'll shut up for a second. Yep, some neighbouring plot walk past, so I don't like to film while I'm doing that because they might get offended. Right, look at this huge weed. That didn't work. Left half of it in. Right, yeah, the beans are coming to an end, and I don't know if they're actually ripe yet, but a lot of them are dying off now. You can see they're all drying out, even though I've tried to water them constantly. They've had some damage from the black fly, but there's a good number of beans. Look, good numbers, and these will be my seed beans for green manure over the years. These are normal broad beans, and again these seem to be, now I'm not taking the heads off these, but they seem to be alright. The black flies seem to be going. I've taken the growing heads off some of them, but not all of them. Yeah, so bad black fly on some of them this year, but not so bad on others. I mean, look at the number of beans on these field beans. Outstanding. So I will try make things out the field beans, because I'm sure I'm going to have far too many for seed beans, but we'll see. I'll be looking up field beans recipes. See, look, they just haven't grown at all. They look damaged and mouldy. I reckon these were damaged by the black fly. Anyway, what I wanted to show you was, got an ant on me now. What I'm going to do is just where you see the little weeds around here, and especially on this side over the leeks, I'm just going to do a bit of weeding. You can see I've done all this bit yesterday, got rid of the worst of the weeds. I mean, there are still some that keep growing back, like that bindweed, but you just have to keep on on all the flowers. You just have to keep on it bit day by day. I don't do like massive great purges. I just pull out a few weeds. All I do is get my gloves on, just scrape the ground. I just get rid of it like a little hoe. I mean, I could hoe. I probably will do afterwards, but I'm lethal with the hoe. I hoe more of my own plants, and I do the weeds. Look, and every so often you find a bit of bindweed that's underneath the oh, there is it. I mean, I'm not going to get it out, but just keep ripping it off and it'll weaken it. I'll leave it there to dry off for a second. More going to seed. Putting a bit of chard amongst the beetroots. The beetroots I don't think are going to bulb up. Oh, they have. Oh yeah. But these ones, you see, they haven't. These have gone to seed instead of bulbing up. But I'll take some harvest soon. Get baby ones for pickling. Yeah. Kohlrabi's looking good. I'll look at ways of what to do with those soon. See, some of these things I've never grown before. I do need to get in here and weed all this out. Spinach needs cutting back, there's bindweed. Not very happy with that. I'll do that another day. The majority of it's alright, it's just in 1 or 2 places where I've recently sown and nothing really came up on that side. The carrots have, you can see them under there, and the spinach is covering them, but it is what it is. Look at the borage. Everyone should have borage in their allotments. Shouldn't they be, eh? Bye. Oh, there's another baby one. Little honeybees. Yeah, that's our borage. Right, I'm going to do some weeding. Tidy up this bed a bit. Just keep on top of it. Just don't let it get to rack and ruin. You know. See how quickly it can become overgrown. Yeah. So just a little bit every day. You don't have to sort of blitz it. You know, like one into the other, just a little bit every day. Keep on top. So there's my plot. I'm standing on my next door neighbour's plot. And sadly, it was very, very windy yesterday. And they lost their blowaway polytunnel. That's where it was based, just around that little section there. And unfortunately, actually, it looks as though it might have suffered a few little bends, and it's probably salvageable for the most part, but it will require strengthening again. I do hope they can save it and manage it. What a shame. That's why I didn't want to blow away tunnel on mine. Okay, it's getting really warm now. The temperature has shot up 3 degrees in an hour as the sun is now burning down on us. But I thought I'd show you this. I've definitely not done well with my peas this year. I've learnt from what I've seen other people do, and this is how I'll actually do, well, I'll show you how I'll do peas in years. But look at this damage. And I don't know if it's birds or slugs or mice, but look at it, ripped apart, eaten. So yeah, definitely going to be doing something different this year, because whatever I'm doing now isn't working. Just everything just been this end has been eaten. What a shame. So I just grabbed another nice big colander of fresh strawberries. That's about half of what's there. So what I'll do is I'll go home, clean these up, give them a good wash, get these in the freezer, and then tomorrow I'll be back down, pick the other half, and I might get those fresh across to the family or to a few friends. Next job is I'm going to grab these peas. I'm going to get all the dried up ones off here and get those at home on a windsill drying off. Well, most of them look dried anyway. I might actually, to be perfectly honest, I'm going to pull the lot out. There's only a few left that haven't actually started to dry off yet, but you can see they're not far off it. So I'm going to get all of this out and I'll clean it all up, and then maybe I'll get some more tomatoes. Tomatoes and peppers in here. But yeah, these will be good seed peas for next year. Okay, I was just having a wander around, putting out a few weeds here and there. And look at my little friend here that just ran away from me. It's good to see that there is life here, even if the pond is a horrible stinky mess. Hello, little one. You're very welcome. Enjoy. So this circle of having wire so the peas could all grow around it, it didn't work at all. It was a mistake. because the birds just shredded it. Mentai needed to wrap it a second time with wire and mesh, and it just didn't work. So next year I'll do the more traditional way of just running a couple of lines of peas down and then putting netting over it and letting it grow up. So yeah, those are the weeds that are left. I'll have those out in a second. But here's what's left of the peas. What I'm going to do is just cut the peas from the vine. I don't know what they would call it, pea shoots. I'm going to just cut the peas from them and just put them to one side. Again, you see something started to eat a lot of these. That's what I want, dried peas. Oh, stay. As you see, I washed down the table for this occasion. I've got a bag. I'll keep the tag to say what they are. These are meteors. These are the overwintering ones.